At the state capitol, healthcare providers are rallying in support of Medicaid. They are concerned about the possibility of drastic cuts and their impact on millions of Michiganders. 13 on Your Side political reporter Josh Albertus spoke with them in Lansing today.
What we were hearing from some of these providers here that spoke out was that they're not waiting to see potential cuts or impacts those could have on Michiganders. They're speaking out now to prevent some of those, what they feel would be those impacts from becoming a reality for many who rely on Medicaid in this state.
Let's be clear, this is a full-blown healthcare crisis in the making.
White coats and first-hand experience flooding the seats in this room of the Michigan State Capitol Thursday. Healthcare providers from around the state coming to speak out on what they feel is an urgent warning.
These proposals are more than just numbers on a spreadsheet. They're a direct threat to the health and dignity of our patients, our neighbors, and our communities.
Providers and some Democratic lawmakers fearing what could be on the horizon for Medicaid. Reuters reporting this week that a congressional House Republican funding plan called for $880 billion in cuts in healthcare and energy over the next decade. The math, some feel, just wouldn't work without cuts to Medicaid.
We see the cancer patient who can get timely treatment, the new mother who receives postpartum care, and the child who can see a specialist, and the family that avoids financial ruin because Medicaid was there when they needed it most.
The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services saying over 2 million Michiganders were covered by Medicaid.
The family of 3 in Dearborn making less than $30,000 a year would lose their health insurance. The dad would no longer be able to manage his high blood pressure, putting him in greater risk of a stroke.
One Republican on the committee did question how to identify potential waste, fraud, and abuse in certain systems. When asked whether the hearing was a productive use of time, he said he appreciated hearing about how the state was looking for such things, but it was a sign of the times.
President Trump got in, and he's doing something that every president or presidential candidate has promised to do, but nobody's actually done. He's willing to do it, but it'll change his stuff.
But those gathered following the hearing saying they're speaking out ahead of cuts to stop a crisis before it begins. Josh Albertus, 13 on Your Side.